straight blend. A lot of this fruit is from Coonawarra, but also Limestone Coast, but we'll keep it as South Australian GI, geographical indicator. The intention with the reds in this range is kind of drink now. I don't mean drink now as in you can't cellar it, but I probably wouldn't put it down for that 5 to 10 years that you would anything else in the top range, because what I do is I go a bit heavier on finings to make it friendly to drink now, so it's not too tannic. By finings I mean in specifics, for red wine we'll actually add egg whites to it. Now don't be put off by this at all, because we do filter the egg whites out, but what the best analogy I've come up with so far is if you're ever having a cup of tea, and I refer to a lot more in Australia with you put your tea bag into the hot water and you let it soak for a little bit, and then for some reason you've been distracted and you go back and you've let it soak that little bit too long, so you've actually drawn out a lot of tannin from that tea bag. Now what I've seen a lot of people do, and I do myself, is I'll add my normal amount of milk and then I'll have a sip of my cup of tea, but it's too strong, so I add a little bit more milk. So what that milk's doing is actually holding those tannins, it's binding to those tannins, and it's pulling them out of suspension almost, so it's not so tannic. So basically the same idea goes into fining. So we put the egg whites in to smooth out the wine. It also polishes the red wine, makes it a bit shinier, and then it drops out some of those aggressive tannins that if they were in there, you'd probably be put off a little bit from drinking it. Sometimes they're green and a bit astringent. So